is Darlene, and I have Parkinson's. To look at me, you would think that it was a sunshiny day, that I was living somewhere like Hawaii, that I was doing something really fun because I am dressed so casually. Well, it's not. It's just zero. Um, it's actually having a light flurry right now, but it's only going to last for, I think, about an hour or two, so it's not going to be long. We've had nice weather, but no, it's not wonderful today, but I was very hot, so I just put something on that was very light and cool, and that's the way I usually am. You've seen me around long enough, I'm either in pajamas or something cool. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. Feeling a little tad guilty today. I told Claudine that I was going to make a stew on my day of cooking, which was Sunday. Got all the ingredients and everything else. They're just sitting there taunting me because I haven't done anything to prep the vegetables. And of course, I would need to start it early in the morning. Now, normally, that wouldn't be a big thing for somebody. Like, they would just start it in the morning. But for me, first thing in the morning is not the best time for me to be trying to chop with a knife with my hands. And all day today, I've had a lot of moments where I'm sitting very still. When I'm sitting very still, I can't use the knife very good. So my hands are kind of in one position and I won't be able to use the knife. So I would need help. And Bill had chemo treatments today, so he's not feeling 100%, so he's not really wanting to help. So that's all right. It just means that I either have to start earlier tomorrow or get a spurt of wind tonight and, get going. It's only 7:45 at night. So, I mean, I could still, have a time where I'm moving and able to start. And if not, well, then I'm just going to put the meat into I bought 4 steaks, small steaks that are, marinating steaks. So I was just going to chop that up into stew meat. And so if I don't get everything prepped, I will just put them in the slow cooker and make, a marinated steak and gravy and put vegetables on the side with some potatoes. So I have a backup plan if I don't get everything chopped, but stew just sounded so good. So I went ahead and jumped the gun and said, oh, yes, let me do stew. And then now I'm kind of regretting that I said it. If I get it all done and it's in the pot and smelling great, then I'll say, oh, what a good idea. Oh, I'm crazy that way. But when we talk about stew, it brings a story to my mind that I wanted to tell you. When Bill and I first met one another, he invited me to his house and he was going to cook for me. And I said, well, what are you going to cook? And he was going to cook a stew. No, he wasn't going to cook a stew. He was going to cook, oh, I forget what it was. It was a soup or a one dish pot thing, like a goulash or something he was going to cook. And so I went over there, and when I tasted it, I thought something tasted funny, but I wasn't sure what it was. And I said to him, what spice did you use in here? And he said, oh, I can't remember what it was called. He said, and then I sort of caught on and I said, your apartment's pretty clean here for a single guy living on his own. And he had to confess at that point in time that he paid his mother to come over and clean his apartment before I went over there. And she had made this casserole or whatever it was. And he came in and didn't think that it tasted quite right, so he added a little spice on his own. Now, it probably tasted absolutely lovely before he decided to spice it, but I kept eating for a little bit, and then I finally put my finger on what the spice was, and I said to him, it's poultry seasoning. That's what I'm tasting, like sage or poultry seasoning. So he went to the cupboard to look and see and that's sure exactly what he did. He put poultry seasoning in a beef dish. I was just horrendous. But anyway, I forced it down. And he has cooked many a good dish since then, but we don't add poultry seasoning unless it's poultry. Anyway, so then, just as if not to be outdone, there's the doorbell going. That's going to be an Amazon delivery. So I'll just let Bill go to the door to get that. So actually, I'm going to put it in pause so I can just see. So, okay, it was Amazon. Bill's gone to the door. What I had done then when I was going to make a stew, somebody said, if you cook, I was very young at the time, and somebody said, if you cook with wine or alcohol, it tastes really good. Well, I didn't have any wine or any beer or anything like that, so I was making a stew, and I thought, well, I've got a cooler. I'll just put that in there. It was a wild berry cooler. And I can assure you that wild berry cooler in a beef stew is not good. So anyway, that I've made plenty of bad things in my day as well. So those are two of our failures, but we now make a good stew. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to talk too much. I'm going to put you on pause before I say goodnight, though, because I'm going to see what I got from Amazon. Okay, be right back. Well, it wasn't the delivery I was hoping for. I was hoping it was my shower stool that was coming, but it's not. So anyway, I unfortunately am waiting another day or two to get the shower stool. Anyway, I'm going to have a very short video here today because I am still sitting so still, and it's quite uncomfortable. So I'm going to let it go for now. I hope you're all having a very good day, and I will chat with you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.